Guys, everyone, how you doing? Today I'm going to update or provide the information for you reading about the exam school. As you might know, Boston Public School have three exam high school, which is the Boston Latin School, Boston Latin Academy, and John O'Brien. Though at three exam school, in order for you to get into that, the student need to take the examination and qualify for it. So the student who raising to 6th to 7th grader and 9th grader, they will be eligible to apply. And this year, here is the update. According to the Boston Public School website, the school year 22-23 for next school year, the notification already sent home to the family and let the family know is their child eligible to participate or to go into that school. The note already sent out since Friday, April 29th. Some family, they already received the notifications, rewriting about that. So the criteria that in order for the student to eligible, Boston Public School looking for for this year, they're looking for the GPA's requirements. In the past, before the COVID-19 pandemic, the Boston Public School consider the exam, the result from the exam, and also the GPA. So they look into that criteria to determine the student are eligible or not. But since last 2 years, the admission changes a little bit, rewriting about the COVID-19, the student not able to taking the test. So they just consider the grade based on the grade and the zip code. So the student can be able to join. But for this school year, they just only based on the GPA requirements, right? And again, the letter already mailed out a hard copy to the families and notify them which school their child will be at. And if your student is on the waiting list for exam school, BPS will contact you if any seat become available. And all the waiting lists will be expired on November 30, 2022. You need to confirm when you receive the notifications, you need to confirm your seat for next year by either go directly to the website bostonpublicschool.org/RSVE, like reservations, or you can go, you can respond by the mail. You know, they mail you the letter, you respond back to mail. And the deadline is May 16th. So family need to respond to confirm their seat for next year if they get the invitations for attend any of the exam school of the BPS by May 16th. You need the student ID number and the reservation code in order for you to confirm your child's seat. So you need those two informations. And if your child is entering 7th grade and did not receive the exam school invitations, and they had already made other school choice, you will be also receive the assignment at the end of this May to confirm what school your child going to be at. Assignment to the non-exam school choice for grade 9 will be sent out at the end of March. So those are the update informations regarding about the exam school for the next school year 22-23. So for the family, apply for the 2023 school year. Again, the decisions, invitation will be sent to family by mail. Some of you may already receive it. Some of you will be received soon in this month. But you have the deadline to respond to confirm your seat again, May 16th, okay? So for next school year, now we're talking about the next school year. That means the school year 23-24. So I also provide you the information about that, because this year, the testing, the requirement changes a little bit. Okay, so I would like to update and let you know ahead so you can be helping your kid to plan for it. So the admission for school year 23-24, which means your child going to be attend school in September 2023. Okay, that's the school years for 23-24. For that school year 23-24, the admissions will using the Boston Public School, in another word, the Boston Public School will using two types of the assessments in order to determine the students are eligible for exam school or not. One is the test. Second, they will looking for your child GPAs. Okay, so you need to get your child ready and do a very good job from now and next year in order for them, if you're interested to get your child into the school for the next school, the 23-24. So this is now is the good time to prepare them. Okay, taking the test, do good job in the test, and then when school year come back in September, push them and get them ready, do the best that they can to get A so they can get a great GPA. For the test, it will be count for 30% of eligible rate. And then the GPA will be count for 70%. So you can see that's how Boston Public School determines the children's eligible for the program, okay? And now the test registration is open. For the students who are not currently enrolled in Boston Public School and in grade 5, 7, and 8, they need to register and submit the online test registration form, or you can get the paper form and submit it by Friday, May 13th, in order for them to be eligible to take the test this coming up. Okay, here is the phone number if you need the paper registrations, or if you have any further information you would like to ask about the testing process or registration process, you can call 617-635-9512 or 617-635-9505 for assistance. You can go on the Boston Public School website and search for exam school. You can see the whole information just like you see on my screen. They have all that information. You can click here, the online test registration form. Click on that. They will take you to another page so you can register, right? So They need what? Your child information, first name, last name, middle name, date of birth, gender, their current grade, and student school, where your child going to now. Your parents, the parents' information, first name, last name, phone number, email, home address, right? And what language that parents refer to communicate with. You can select any type: Arabic, Cape Verdean, Chinese, English, French, Haitians, Portuguese, Somali, Spanish, and Vietnamese. This is the major language that Boston Public School have available to communicate with the families. So you can select any of this. And answer some of the questions they may ask. For example, religion observation. Do you have any religions observation that prohibit your child from taking the assessment on Saturday? You have to answer yes or no, right? And select your first reference test site locations. So they have a different type, a site, a place for your child to go to. Boston Latin School in Fenway, Boston Latin Academy in Dorchester, O'Brien School in Roxbury. This is the 3 exam school. If your child select and eligible, your child can select and go any of these 3. They also have in East Boston, the Donald McKay School or English High in Jamaica Plains. So this is 5 locations that you can choose and take your kid going to take the test on the Saturday. And then they asking you for the second reference, same things, those 5 schools. So you can select the first one and the second options, you know. And also, last but not least, the question they asking, is your child need the test accommodation? You know, based on your IEPs or 504 plan. Or if your child is English learner, you need to accommodate, then you need to select any of this. So based on those informations, the school or the testing site will be provide the accommodation based on your request, okay? And you click submit. That's it. That's all you need to do in order for you to register for your child to take the test. Okay, so remember the deadline to submit the test is this Friday, May 13th. Okay, you need to submit that. If not, then you will miss the deadline. They also provide the admission process info sections. It's already passed, but the meeting record and the slide is available on the website for your reference. So if you want to look at it, you can feel free to review. For example, they have 2 meetings on the April 26th and April 30. So they have the slide available and the meeting records, right? When you click on the site, the slide, they have all the language, the presentation in parent language. So you can select which one you feel comfortable with. Let's select the English one. You can see here is the slide information, right? They will be explained to you what is the discussions about, how your child eligible if you want to apply, how the test score will be happening, and when do you need to receive or support your child on the, receive the test score, and what is the selection, the invitation look like, right? So basically, they also provide you the general information about the exam school, which is 3 Boston Public School, like I mentioned, Boston Public School have 3 exam schools: Boston Latin School, Boston Latin Academy, and John O'Brien, right? All these 3 schools, they accept the student in grades 7 and 9, raising 7 and 9. Except O'Brien, they take additional student who in raising grade 10, okay? And then they also explain to you the eligible to apply, the timeline, the policy, right? And then talking about the test assessment, what type of test your child need to take, and there determines how you can apply. What do you need, right? But basically, this is the important, the policy. So your child need to take the test. That's one of the policy, the requirements. But your child or you must be a resident of Boston in order to eligible for attend the 3 exam school of the Boston Public School. And your child must be in grade 5, 7, and 8, right? And must meet the grade point average, the GPA requirement, because they count 70% based on the GPA. And then the other 30% on the test that they need to take. So you can look on this on the slide for more informations, right? And they have the timeline for testing. So if your child is currently Boston Public School student in grade 5 and 7, you need to, this is the testing date, June 8 and 9. That is the date that your child going to take the test. And they will take the test during the normal school day at their current school. They don't need to go to anywhere. They stay in school. The teacher will be, the school principal will be processed and then giving out the test to the student in grade 5 and 7. So all students in grade 5 and 7 will going to take the test on June 8th and 9th. They have 2-day tests, okay? One day will be ELA, and then the other will be math. So ELA will be on June 8th, and then math will be on June 9th. So 2 days, that's why. And for non-BPS students who are in grade 5 and 7, also for BPS students in grade 8 or current grade 7 student in the exam school, they going to take the test on June 4. 1-day test only. You have 5 locations. Remember the registration form that I showed you before? You have to select which location you refer to. And they're going to take 2 subjects at the same time on the same date. ELA, English, and also math, okay? All right, so remember the deadline. For BPS students, you don't need to register anything. The test will be administered at your child's school. And the school will be collecting that directly from the test result, directly from the site. So you don't have to worry. But for the student, non-BPS student, you need to register, and then the deadline is May 13th. So you need to register in order for you to eligible to take the test. So those deadline is very important. So parents, if you're interested for your child to attend the Boston Public School exam, Boston Public Exam School, then you need to register and your child needs to take the test. All right. So after you done the test, you need to verify the residencies. So if you are Boston Public School and currently Boston Public School student, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to verify your residency, because in order for you to eligible to attend Boston Public School, you need to be Boston resident already. You already verify that at the beginning when you register, right? But for non-BPS student, this is the first time you register, you want to be part of it, the Boston Public School, or you want to be enrolled into the Boston Public School, you need to submit the paper to verify your residency. And they have the timeline for you to verify. It will be from Monday, October 10th, 2022, until Friday, November 18, 2022. So those are the deadline for you to verify your residencies. Okay, that is the second step after you take the test. What else? They have a lot of good information on this slide, PowerPoint. You can scroll down and look and read for more information, but I just want to pinpoint the most important for you in these videos, okay? But again, the PowerPoints is available for you to review. So you can see this is how they calculate the score, right? They show you what is the percentile, what is the score will be used for admission process, right? And then on the report card, right? Some of the school, they're using the letter grade, right? So what is the point value based on the letter grade? So if you are A+, you get 11 points. If you are A, you get 11. But if you get A-, you get 10 points. So you can see the table right here, right? So they will look on your report card based on the letter grade. So they add them all up. If you get 15 points, right? They will be doing the calculations and you get 70% based on the grade. And they have an additional point for you too. So if you are homeless student or the student that are living in the housings owned by the Boston Housing Authority, or in a care of DCF, you will have addition 15 points added to your GPA score. And 10 points for students enrolled in the school that make up 40% or more of economic disadvantaged families. So you can see this year they add this criteria, additional point for the student, right? All right. They also mentioned about how you can prepare your student for the exam school admission, right? In the past, they need to do they take the exam, ISEE exam, right? And also during the summer, Boston Public School launching the Exam School Initiative. So students can go into that program and they will be learning, get rep for them how to take the exam. But this program is just for invitation only. Not everyone can join. They just send out whoever gets invitation, they will be able to join. Besides that, they are not able to. So that basically that is the most important that I would like to point to you in this PowerPoint, right? But rereadings about the exam school, they also provide you the timeline. You can see the table down here in this on the website. So student, BPS student in grade 5 and 7, the test day will be June 8 and 9. Remember, June 8 will be ELA, and then June 9 will be math, right? And the student will be taking at their current school. They don't have to go anywhere. But for the student in the private school or homeschooling, they need to register, and the date that they get test is June 4. Family can select 5 different sites to go to. And then October 10 to November 18th, parents need to submit the residency verifications. And in November, in December, they conduct another 2022 testing. And in January and February 2022, school will be collect all the certifications, the grade, so they can be looking for and determine the student eligible, right? And on March 2023, the notifications of eligibility for students who meet the B or greater GPA requirement will be sent out. In April and May, the month of April and May 2023, the admission decision will be released to let you know that which school your child going to be packed up. So basically that is the informations in this videos I would like to pinpoint to you. But for more information, you can go directly in the Boston Public School website for more information. Feel free to add any comments, any questions that you would like to know on the chat, on the comment below. And I will try my best to do research and get back to you. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to see you in my next videos. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for your support. Thank you and look forward to see you soon, okay? Have a good day. Bye.